Shalom, shalom. Call hello, Yahweh Shemil, Shabbat Shemakah, Kodash, double honors to the other apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers up pushing word and truth and sincerity to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother / Elder Yeshuan. Shalom and salutations to you all. This is a WW3 Daily Update, and today is War and Rumors of War Tuesday. All right? Now, this guy's going to say a whole bunch of shit. Trump gets exposed. This is a rumor. Impeach now. What do we got? All right, let's get to it. The rigmarole. What we do is we go to Matthew 24. In the King James. In the King James. Here it is. We read 6 because we're looking for this phrase. Wars and rumors of that famous phrase. Matthew 24:6 in the King James. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be in no trouble, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And what we do then, we go in and we read some of these other versions, and we get these differences, okay? No difference in the NIV. What is this? In the NIV is the same. NLT, we got threats. We got rumors and threats. Good on it. Good news. Rumors, threats, and news. Okay. Rumors, threats, news. And what? Oh, this cap. And reports. All right. Reports. When you put them all together, rumors, news, reports, and threats. Did we get threats? Slock. Threats. Okay. When you put all those together, it culminates into fame. So the fame of World War III. Anyway, right now we can see if there's any rumors involved. Right here with Trump gets exposed. Is this a rumor? What did it say, Slovakia? Let's see what it says here on the thumbnail. What does the thumbnail say? It says, breaking, Trump gets exposed, impeached. Now, he's a traitor. Okay, let's look up that word, traitor. Is he a traitor? Traitor is what? Kanye Canvas. Traitor, definition, right? And he is a traitor. Look at his wife. She's Ukrainian. Traitorous. Traitor. Deaf. Yeah? Traitor, deaf. A person who betrays a friend, country. There he is. So he's working for who? For Russia. He's been working for Vladimir Putin has a picture of him with Bubba. Traitor. One who commits treason. That's where we're going, not this. This. One who commits treason. Okay? A traitor is a person who betrays a trust or allegiance such as to their country. He's the commander-in-chief. All right? He's doing the bidding of Bibi Netanyahu. He's doing the bidding of Vladimir Putin. Right? MAGA sees Trump as a traitor right now because he's doing the bidding of Mondami. What's his name? Zoran. So Trump will do whatever, whoever's going to pay that last bill. Trump need a little money. Can you pay that that lawyer bill for that last fiasco that went down bad? Help a nigga out. So he'll flip and he'll flop with it. One who violates his allegiance and betrays his country. This is the KJV. Look, traitor, this is what I actually wanted to see. One who violates his allegiance and betrays his country. That's Nero. one guilty of treason, one who, in breach of trust, delivers his country to its enemy. There he is right there. Look at that. Who's the enemy of the United States? Russia. Well, what has Trump been doing? Look at his wife. Look at Natasha. You got Boris and Natasha. Well, there's Natasha. Okay. Who's in the arms of Jeffrey Epstein. Figure it out. Fresh from the Ukraine. Ukrainian exchange sex student. Wow. Okay. Oh, shit. Scab. Look at that. Synonyms. Let's see. They see me as a traitor, a sellout to the enemy. There's Donald Trump right there. Betrayer, backstabber, double crosser, double dealer, renegade, Judas. Quisling, fifth columnist, viper, turncoat defector, apostate. Deserter, collaborator, fraternizer, colluder, informer, double agent, snake in the grass, two-timer, rat, scab, traitor, traditor. What is that? I looked that one up. Tergiversator. Renegado. All right. A person who betrays a trust or allegiance, such as to their country, cause, or group of friends. MAGA. Cause. The cause is MAGA. What is the cause? Make America white again, right? Mawa. Anyway.
All right, I have a disturbing breaking news story coming out of Bloomberg that should anger every single American. Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, was just caught privately advising the Russians on how to more successfully pitch an end to the war to Donald Trump.
Hearsay is nothing but hearsay. Like Alexander.
The only thing is, Russia's peace plan, quote unquote peace plan, is actually just a plan that only benefits them, that will lead to the end of Ukraine and eventually the end of Europe if we keep leading down this path. And Donald Trump's own special envoy, Steve Witkoff, was advising Russia on how to do this. I'm not making this up. This reads Trump envoy advised Russia on Putin call, Ukraine deal, report.
What? Report. Let's go back real quick. I just caught that on the fly. Let's see. Let's see. Rumors. Threats. News. Where we go? News. Right here. Good news and what? This one here. Reports of wars. Trump envoy advised Russia on Putin call, Ukraine deal. This is a war report. What are they talking about? About some kind of white flag ceremony or something? This is a report on the deal. Yeah?
We learned, according to a recent reporting obtained,
we learned from the report. So this is see, what are they reporting on? The famous war. That's all everybody's talking. That's what they're reporting on. What's this little article? What is this little what is this news here about? This news report is about these threats, right? Coming from Vlad. Anyway. So everything's point has been
by
made.
Bloomberg that Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, got on the phone with Vladimir Putin's senior foreign policy aide, Yuri Yushakov, and told him exactly what Russia wanted to hear, that Donetsk should belong to Russia, that Zaporizhia should belong to Russia, that all of the land in this buffering area should belong to Russia, and
Or we will unleash these photos on your black ass.
Ukraine should not get any of it, that Ukraine's constitution should have enshrined that they can never join NATO, a bunch of limits on Ukraine's army that would essentially lead to the end of their sovereignty. And on the phone, he advised Moscow on how to frame it in a more hopeful, peaceful way so that Trump would agree to this deal. Instead of using his influence to protect democracy, stand up for our allies,
he became a traitor. They're appeasing, they're kowtowing.
It to advise Russia. If you don't understand the stakes fully, because a lot of Trump supporters that watch my videos still don't fully understand what's happening. Russia launched the worst land grab since World War II. Tried to grab
a what? Slovakia. Slovakia. They covet fields. Right? They covet fields and take them, seize them. Land what? Grab, and grab them up. Seize them, find a way to seize it. Take them away. Violence, take them, seize them. Where's grab? Tear them away. Can we get a grab? And grab them up. You see what you want? You cheat. Grab! What? Why was I looking for grab anyway? You grab any field. What did he say it was? A something grab. Use the term grab. You see, this is how the spirit works. Slovakia.
Stand up for our allies. He is using it to advise Russia. If you don't understand the stakes fully, because a lot of Trump supporters that watch my videos still don't fully understand what's happening. Russia launched the worst land grab since World War II. Tried to
grab
land.
Grab land. Land grab. He keeps saying it. And that's the spirit. Okay, so I can go ahead and close. All right.
Still don't fully understand what's happening. Russia launched the worst land grab since
land grab, and then you can come back and say grab land.
World War II. Tried to grab land in Europe.
Grab land. Okay, who's grabbing? Esau. He. Who's he? Okay. You grab any field. Covet fields. Where's land? Fields. Tear them away. Fields. Piece of land. When you grab a piece of land grab, right? You grab any land and seize it. Other people's fields. Okay. Confiscate. Covet. By covet means. Okay. What's Vlad the Edomite? He's not Vlad the Impaler. That's Vlad the mighty Vlad. Mighty Vlad. Okay. So now we understand what's going on. Take it, Adam.
Influence to protect democracy, stand up for our allies. He is using it to advise Russia. If you don't understand the stakes fully, because a lot of Trump supporters that watch my videos still don't fully understand what's happening. Russia launched the worst land grab since World War II. Tried to grab land in Europe, take it as their own, is killing, torturing, abducting children en masse.
What is Baby over there doing? Exactly the same thing. Grabbing up land, killing people. What? And what's going on right here in the inner city? It ain't gentrification, nigga. He's just waiting until the killing really starts.
30 to 40,000 children abducted from their parents, most of them just missing. Some of them were shaved, their heads were shaved, and they were given to different
What's going on in Nigeria?
In Russia from Ukraine. It is a disgusting massacre happening, and
A massacre. They're calling that one a G word, but you can't call it that in Gaza.
instead of having any moral clarity, we are helping the Russians in their long-term invasion. What's going to happen is Russia is going to pause this war once they get what they want from the United States. Then they're going to reinvade other.
Russia's going to do what? Hearsay. Rumors. Russia's going to grab land. They're going to take this front. Threats. Right? News. And reports. What is this guy talking about? Well, he's giving you his assessment on the war. He's giving you his informed opinion because he's never held a bunker. Right? Certainly not on foreign soil. Take it.
Any moral clarity, we are helping the Russians in their long-term invasion. What's going to happen is Russia is going to pause this war once they get what they want from
war. Listen to the language. And I'll go ahead and close. I'll close with Revelation 11 and 14. All right? The second world was past. Listen to his language. Right? And this is 3 hours ago. What's being said? Well, impeach this nigga. Why? Because he's on their side. And we're in the middle of several wars right now. It's called World War III.
United States. Then they're going to reinvade other European countries in 5 years and continue to do that over and over until they have essentially dominated all of Eastern Europe and regained the USSR. And we are helping them do it. At least Steve Witkoff is our special envoy. United States Special Envoy Steve Witkoff advised Russian officials on how to.
Is that hearsay that they're trying to get revamp the USSR? Let me grab it real quick. Slovakia. It's called Hooks in Their Jaws. Ezekiel 38. See, back in the day, right, in the early aughts, or the late aughts, right, 2009, 10, the breakdown was hooks in the jaws, right? That old Soviet spirit. I believe it still is that. So correct me if I'm wrong. And declare, let's see. I'll start at 4. Okay, so Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, is talking about Russia. Ezekiel 38 and 4, I will turn thee back. What the hell is that? Slovakia. Ezekiel 38 and 4 in the King James, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. And all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Now, the hooks in the jaws part is talking about getting back into that old Soviet spirit and getting the band back together, so to speak, which is actually happening right now, whether you understand that or not. Okay, as soon as they reclaim the Ukraine, the other parts of the USSR will fall right into place, or so this is what they believe, or whatever. That's their fight, that's their family feud, whatever the fuck they call themselves doing. We see this going on right here, right? And put hooks into thy jaws and turn thee back. What do you mean turn thee back? Back to the way things were under the USSR, Soviet Russia. You understand? Because whatever they're doing now is what we're doing over here. But back then, right? And Vlad remembers that shit, and he wants to take it back there. And what is he doing? That's what this man just explained. He said it. I qualified it with the script.
Envoy. United States Special Envoy Steve Witkoff advised Russian officials on how to pitch a Ukraine peace deal to President Donald Trump, according to an audio recording reported by Bloomberg. We're going to get there in 1 second, but he said in an open interview with Tucker Carlson, who is also pro-Russia, by the way, who is for the enemy, he said about Putin, "I liked him. I don't regard him as a bad guy." Take a listen.
What did you think of him?
Remember he went over there and did the interview and all of that? So you got to pay attention to what's going on. Look at Trump's wife, right?
Pause this war once they get what they want from the United States. Then they're going to reinvade other European countries in 5 years and continue to do that over and over until they have essentially dominated all of Eastern Europe and regain the USSR.
And regained the USSR. Hooks in. Most I said he's going to put hooks in their jaws, meaning to regain the USSR.
Massacre happening. And instead of having any moral clarity, we are helping the Russians in their long-term invasion. What's going to happen is Russia is going to pause this war once they get what they want from the United States. Then they're going to reinvade other European countries in 5 years and continue to do that over and over until they have essentially dominated all of Eastern Europe and regain the USSR, and we are helping them do it. At least Steve Witkoff is, our special envoy. United States Special Envoy Steve Witkoff advised Russian officials on how to pitch a Ukraine peace deal to President Donald Trump, according to an audio recording reported by Bloomberg. We're going to get there in 1 second, but he said in an open interview with Tucker Carlson, who is also pro-Russia, by the way, who is for the enemy, he said about Putin, "I liked him. I don't regard him as a bad guy."
What did you think of him? I liked him. Yeah, I thought he was straight up with me. Of course, by the way, I've said that. And you can imagine, by the way, I say that, I get Hillary. Oh my gosh, you're actually
called communication, which many people would say, I shouldn't have had because Putin is a bad guy. I don't regard Putin as a bad guy. That is a complicated situation, that war, and all the ingredients that led up to it. It's never just one person, right? So I think we're going to feel.
Okay, usually wars are pretty complicated. Like, a lot of wars tend to be pretty complicated and gray and complex, but the Russia-Ukraine war quite literally is one guy who is repeatedly invading their neighboring country over and over and over. The United States or NATO did not trigger this whatsoever. The fact that the special envoy who is advising Donald Trump is spreading these lies is absolutely sick. And really quickly, this episode was made possible by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. And with football and basketball in full swing, this is the best time of the jump in. So if you're like me and you follow mainly basketball, it's good to feel right when your player hits. So I've been playing Prize Picks a decent amount lately. The NBA tip-off usually is electric and gets me go or in. And off the
NSS. Smart.
It's a lot good. I lost my train of thought. What is he doing? Okay, it's a lot.
absolutely unreal. In an October 14th phone call that lasted a little over 5 minutes, Witkoff advised Yuri Yushakov, Putin's top foreign policy aide, on how the Russian leader should broach the issue with Trump. His guidance included suggestions on setting up a Trump-Putin call before Zelensky's White House visit later that week and using the Gaza agreement as a way in. He is using inside information, leveraging this to set up strategies to help Vladimir Putin. Ron Filipkowski points out.
Okay, so good enough. He's working for Vlad Putin. Trump's special envoy isn't working for the U.S. or for humanity. He's working for Vlad. So if people are even saying this, that's bad. Right? It's not, what came out was that, what is this, peace plan comes off of Vlad's desk or whatever. And it makes perfect sense that, I mean, we see what Trump is doing with Netanyahu. He's doing exactly what he's been told to do. We see what's going on with the whole file, the Epstein files that they won't, So there's got to be some the Epstein files are about blackmail. They're about blackmail. So why wouldn't they be blackmailing Trump? Right? Somebody's got something on him. Apparently, Putin has a picture of him with Bubba. That's out there. What else? What else is out Okay? So, and I mean, first of all, everything is going to come out anyway, right? If you see what's coming out right now, you see what's coming out with the food, right? Everything is 3D. Everything is 3D right now. Okay? And it's coming out that everything is 3D. So what do? Now that it's coming out that everything, hey, you better fucking start praying. You understand? Here's how you move forward. All the food is 3D under our nose right now, and so you gotta. Oh, what are you gonna do? Stop eating? No, you're gonna pray. All right, so that's the way forward. Anyway, let me get this real quick on the way out. I guess it's already waiting for me. All right, so this is Revelation 11 and 14. Second woe is past, and behold, what is this? All right, yep. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Second woe, World War II, third woe. The one we're looking at or in the middle of right now, if you can't see, this guy is talking about all the fronts, right, that are being fought right now. And who's fighting? Guess what? Donald Trump is in in what they call the Middle East. Donald Trump is in the Ukraine. Donald Trump is going into Venezuela. You understand? Donald Trump is talking about going and bombing the shit out of fucking Nigeria. Right? Who else? Who else is Vlad fighting? Vlad is fighting the United States in Eastern Europe. Vlad is fighting the United States in Syria. Vlad is fighting the United States in Venezuela. He's only fighting the United States. Who is the United States? The United States is fighting everybody. That would be Donald Trump is fighting everybody. How long do you think that's going to last? He's trying to be friends with Putin right now. Whatever they got on his ass. Anyway, with that, we hope the electorate edified your brothers and sisters. Shalom.